You know how your students can write decimals perfectly fine, but when they say them out loud, it's always 2.35? Well, we're going to fix that. In this explainer, we're going to break down a really cool, super low prep game called the Motormouth and the Penman. It's designed to get your students speaking the language of decimals with some real precision and, honestly, a lot more confidence. So here's the plan. First, we'll talk about why this game is such a great fix. Then we'll jump into the super simple setup and rules. After that, we'll watch a sample round to see how it works. I'll give you some ideas for your own classroom, and then we'll get you ready to play.
All right, first up, a fun fix for decimals. Let's talk about moving students beyond just saying point and into that rich, precise place value language we're all aiming for.
This is the big question, isn't it? It's the core challenge. We hear 2.35 all the time, but what we really need them to say is 2 and 35 hundredths. You know, that one little word and makes all the difference. But man, building that habit can be tough.
And this is where our game comes in. The Motormouth and the Penman is not just another worksheet. It's a totally screen-free partner game that really pushes students to listen carefully, use exact math words, and, have an actual conversation about numbers.
So, how does it actually work? Let's get into the nuts and bolts. I'm going to give you everything you need to get this game up and running in your classroom like tomorrow.
The materials could not be easier. Seriously, you just need a regular deck of cards. Make sure you pull out the tens and the face cards. Oh, and aces are going to count as 1. Then you just need 1 die and a little score sheet for each pair of students. That's literally it. Okay, here's the flow of the game. Kids get into pairs and they pick roles. One person's the Motormouth, they do the talking, and the other is the Penman, they do the writing. The Motormouth secretly draws 6 cards and rolls the die. Whatever they roll on the die tells them where the decimal point goes. Then they have to say the full number out loud twice using perfect math language. The Penman listens really carefully and writes it down. If they match, 2 points for the team. Then they switch roles. First pair to 12 points wins. Let's walk through a quick example so you can see it. So imagine the Motormouth draws these 6 cards, okay? Then they roll a 3. They count 3 spots in from the right, and bam, that's where the decimal point goes. So the number they're holding is 525.254, but of course they can't say point. So how do they say it? They have to say it like this. The number is 525 and 254 thousandths. See how that word and is the big signal for the decimal point? And thousandths tells you the place value of that last digit. This is the exact language we want to become second nature. Okay, now let's kind of listen in on a round. This is where the magic really happens. This is where you'll see math talk come to life, moving way beyond just saying and writing and into real, genuine understanding. So the Motormouth starts off, states the number clearly, and repeats it. But what if the Penman is a little confused? This is where the good stuff, the conversation, actually begins. Instead of just taking a wild guess, the Penman can actually ask for help. And this isn't cheating. This is real mathematical communication. They're working together to figure out the number based only on the words they're hearing. And look at the response. The Motormouth doesn't just give the answer away. They emphasize the most important word. They really lean into that word and, because they know that's the anchor, right? It's what separates the whole numbers from the parts of a whole. And there it is. That's the goal. The Penman doesn't just write the number. They explain why they wrote it that way. They connect the word thousands to the idea of 3 decimal places. That is a huge win. That shows real understanding. Okay, so you see how it works. Now let's talk about the practical side of things. How can you fit this into your day and make it work for all your different learners? This game is so incredibly flexible. You can use it in your math centers for sure, or as a quick 5-minute warm-up to get their brains going. It's perfect for tutoring or small group intervention. You could even send it home for practice with a parent or a sibling. And it is so easy to differentiate. To make it simpler, just have students draw fewer cards, maybe 4 or 5, so they're only working with tenths or hundredths. You could also give them a place value chart for support. Now, to make it harder, have them switch roles every single turn, or add a 1-point penalty anytime someone says the word point. You could even add a 7th card to push them all the way into the 10,000ths. So let's wrap this all up. This is so much more than just a game. It's really about empowering our students by giving them real ownership of precise mathematical language. I mean, just think about it.
A game like this gets kids talking, collaborating. They get instant feedback from their partner, not from a red pen an hour later. They have to negotiate meaning and really listen with purpose. These experiences are just so much richer than anything a silent worksheet could ever offer.
So here's my challenge to you. Grab a deck of cards and just try 2 rounds with your class tomorrow. Just 2. I promise you are going to be amazed at how quickly they start to own this language and become confident enough to read any decimal you can deal them.